Good day everyone. Welcome back to my channels. This is Reggie Nabato. I am the product solution manager for three cybersecurity product solution. Okay, so kung ngayon pa lang kayo nakadaan dito sa channels na to, sa either sa Facebook channel ko or sa aking YouTube channel, kung maaari, pakiclick lang yung follow, like, and subscribe and also the notification button para maging updated kayo sa mga susunod na post ko. Okay, ang pag-uusapan natin for today is secure application access. Dahil dun sa previous vlogs ko, may mga nakuha akong messages na ang sabi sa akin is, Reg, baka pwede mo namang i-cover kung paano yung means of secure application access, lalo na ngayon na nasa work from home scenario tayo. Kasi sabi mo nga, for the past 7 or 8 months, during lockdown period, talagang nagkaroon ng movement limitation na kung saan hindi tayo nakakapasok sa mga opisina natin, hindi natin namomonitor yung mga facilities natin, at kung sakali man na namomonitor natin, is gumawa tayo ng mga workaround para magawa natin yung mga everyday task natin, everyday routine natin. Pero ang tanong, gaano ba ka-safe yun? Okay? So, yun ang pag-uusapan natin for today. Sabi ko nga kanina, at dun sa previous vlogs ko, talagang etong pandemic crisis, ang dami talagang tinamaan. Negosyante, mga business owners, even yung mga empleyado. Especially yung mga nasa IT industry. So, isa sila sa mga talagang nakaramdam. Kasi alam niyo naman, bilang IT professional, so kailangan bibisit mo yung servers mo, server room mo, yung data center mo. Kailangan regular yung pag-check mo sa mga devices mo to ensure smooth operation. Okay. So, ang question sa akin, paano tayo nakakasigurado na nagagawa ng mga IT guy, IT professional, yung trabaho nila, hindi nga sila makapasok sa opisina. And kung meron man nakakapasok, may mga data center na sabi mo nga sa previous vlogs mo na kailangan kumuha ka muna ng permission, approval ng mga kinauukulan para makapasok ka dun sa isang data center. Tapos pag nasa loob ka ng data center, ang daming layers of security na kailangan mong pagdaanan. So, paano yon? What if kung wala ka na nga masakyan, tapos work from home pa or skeletal, so paano mo gagawin yung trabaho mo ng safe? So, yun yung question na inulan sa akin kagabi ng mga nakapanood ng previous vlogs ko. And gusto kong magpasalamat sa inyo na pinanood ninyo mula simula hanggang dulo yung topic ko regarding sa network automation. And now we are going to talk about secure application access. Okay. So sabi nga, every modern organization is embracing a zero trust strategy in attempt to control the access users to the enterprise data asset. So, zero trust. Ano nga ba yung zero trust? Later, pag-uusapan natin yan. Okay. So, to begin with, in terms of IT infrastructure, there are services are widely distributed among cloud, data center infrastructure, and so on. So, sa cloud, meron tayong tinatawag na private cloud, public cloud, or even hybrid cloud. Ano nga ba naman yon? Okay. For sure, madidiscuss ko yung difference ng tatlo sa mga susunod kong vlogs, pero as early as today, bigyan ko kayo ng overview. Pag sinabing cloud, so that means intangible siya, ubiquitous, ibig sabihin ubiquitous, hindi mo alam kung nasan siya, somewhere located na malayo sa mismong on-premise natin. Okay? So pag sinabi namang hybrid, meron kang mga servers na nasa cloud, meron ka rin nasa on-premise mo, nasa vicinity ng corporate or company ninyo. So, ganun yung analogy niya. Okay, siguro on my next vlogs, tsaka ko na lang i-discuss ng mas malalim kung ano yung mga cloud na sinasabi ko. Okay. So, for that, we also have dedicated. Okay? So, dedicated, so, comes from the word itself. So, talagang yun yung function niya, dedicated siya. Then, meron siyang multiple platforms, tools, teams, users, and then there's no single policy, complicated nga eh. Maraming policy, katulad nga nung previous vlogs ko, sabi ko, pag nasa infrastructure ka, once you are dealing with IT, information technology, devices, software, hardware, etc. and so on. So talagang ang daming policy na may encounter mo. Okay? And ang result niyan is of course complexity. So, madalas kong sinasabi, uh, in this IT world, ang lagi nating tatandaan is yung world na VUCA. VUCA means, VUCA, V3UCA. VUCA means, nilagyan ko siya ng acronym. Victory stands for volatile or volatility. U stands for uncertain or uncertainty. C stands for complex or complexity. And A stands for ambiguous or ambiguity. So, yun yung mga challenges na meron ngayon, especially in the days of emerging technology. So, what we want to make to do to address that VUCA, simple lang. Kailangan natin tandaan yung word na SIPA. Okay? So, SIPA stands for, acronym din siya eh. S stands for simple. I stands for innovative. P stands for personalized. A stands for available. So, yun yung ways para natin ma-address. Later, pag-uusapan natin yan kung paano natin maisisingit dito sa topic natin na ito. Yung mga bagay niyan. Again, ang naging result nitong first slides ko, complexity. Volatility and uncertainty comes next dahil nga, yun, during pandemic season na until now, na-encounter natin, everything is volatile and everything is uncertain. Okay. So, ayun, ang question sa akin nung isang fresh graduate ng IT, sabi niya sa akin, Sir Reg, ang challenge is hindi kami nakakapasok kasi nga, walang masakyan. Wala rin naman kaming service para pumasok sa office, ang layo from Pasig, tapos pupunta kami ng Paranaque. So, medyo malayo. Napakalaking challenge sa amin yung pagpasok kung magbibisikleta kami papunta ron. So, ang naging ways nila para raw magkaroon sila ng means of connection from one point to another. So, parang nagkaroon, ang concept na, ang analogy niya is, alam niyo yung laruan ng mga bata nung araw na meron dalawang lata, tapos meron lubid sa gitna, or sinulid, sorry. Tapos meron na silang, mag-hello na sila, hello, hello, yun, nagkakarinigan sila. Ang point nun is parang nag-connect kayo. Nagkaroon kayo ng connection dahil meron kayong sinulid na nilagay from point A to point B. So, ganun yon. So, in terms of VPN, parang ganun yung analogy niya. VPN stands for Virtual Private Network. Okay? Ano ba to? Sabi, a virtual private network is perfect for internal employee who needs to access the server or section of the server from anywhere besides the office. So, again, magbibigay ako ng example. If you have a branch, let's say meron kayo sa Mega Mall, or let's say mall na malayo sa mismong physical address ng location ng data center nyo or ng server nyo. So basically, you will use virtual private network na kung saan parang nasa isang local area network na rin kayo once connected kayo. Ganun ka simple. And then, before, meron kasi mga tinatawag na lease line, tapos yung dedicated interconnect. So, medyo complicated and at the same time, medyo costly talaga. So, ang lagi nilang kinoconsider nowadays is virtual private network, which is tama naman. Di ba? Para magkaroon ka ng, makapag-establish ka ng connection from one point to another. At least magagawa mo yung trabaho mo. Okay, from here, let's discuss muna what is VPN. Okay? Ngayon, of course, napakita natin yung advantage ng VPN. Kanina, sabi ko nga, magkakaroon ka ng, makakapag-establish ka ng connection. Pero of course, meron siya mga tinatawag na issues. Meron siya mga common issues. Okay? So, dito sa issues na to, i-categorize natin siya as the not so good, the bad, and the ugly. Okay? Again, disclaimer, I am nothing against VPN. Kumbaga, gumagawa lang tayo ng review based dun sa strength and weakness, advantage and disadvantages ng VPN. Okay? So, we have the not so good, the bad, and the ugly. Let's talk about first the not so good. Number one, VPN can create or enhance policy that protect credentials. So, given naman yan, usually mga third-party vendors, talagang, wala, hindi sila, sometimes they have to follow up number of practices that are not optimal. Yet, beyond your control. So, yun, kung titignan nga natin, practices that create opportunities for hackers to enter your network. So, example, sharing credentials with coworkers or reusing weak password from personal account that are easily exploited. So, given na yun, alam naman natin yun. So, kailangan i-share natin yung credentials para magkaroon ng access. Second is, it's more secure VPN equals less productive workforce. Bigyan ko kayo ng example, paano sinabi na more secure VPN. Pwede naman natin gawing more secure, kaya lang less productive workforce. Of course, sa dami ng nirestrict mo, kumbaga, denumero yung kilos mo. Sa bawat gagawin mo, ang dami mong kailangan i-consider. Parang bigyan kita ng example sa computer. Gusto mong maprotektahan ng computer mo, ang gagawin mo, magtutweak ka, maggagawa ka ng mga tweaking. So, even sa USB mo, ilalak mo sa registry, kukuha ka ng third-party software, etc., etc. So, meaning, kapag kailangan mo na siya, at nagmamadali ka na kailangan mo yon, kakain ka ng oras, kukonsume ka ng oras para magawa yon. Kasi nga, masyado mo sinecure eh. So, less productive of course. So, basahin natin. Sabi dito, while using VPN software increases security over an encrypted connection speeds and application performance can decrease. Tama naman. Of course, due to several factors, such as the time needed to provision and the test the VPN, which usually involves other departments such as IT support. So, that's what I'm saying. So, yung isang kilos mo lang, kailangan mo ng isang tao para gumawa nun para sa iyo or para i-open yun para sa iyo. Which is not advisable kasi magiging less productive talaga. Hindi mamamaximize yung oras ni IT and hindi niya ma-utilize masyado kung ano yung dapat na gamitin niyang mga resources. You see what I mean? Okay. So, and this must happen before any application server or server access can be tested. Okay? So, this two-step process slows things down and often involves personnel who are not familiar with the application or the vendor's use case for getting access in the first place. Okay. Anong result niya? The result, of course, long lag times in getting vendor support technicians on the job, which also impact your workforce productivity and customer service quality. Simple as that. Okay. Next, high VPN support cost. Higher cost of doing business. Of course, medyo expensive talaga. There is no centralized remote management, number one. Then without the ability to deploy, monitor, and manage all of your connection from a single place, your support personnel must spend a great deal of time supporting the VPN client and the connected application, which we do not like that to happen. Kumbaga, konting galaw mo, kailangan mo ng support. See what I see what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying, guys? I'm sure you will agree with me. Especially dun sa mga ayaw sa, dito term na, pwede natin i-compare sa bureaucracy na bago mo magawa yung isang bagay na to, ang dami-dami mong kailangan kausapin tao, ang dami-dami mong kailangan daanan para lang magawa yung single task. Which is, of course, nangyayari naman, comparative, can compare here sa BPN, pag ganyan yung nangyayari. Na kailangan, mayroon kang support, kailangan may naka-guide sa'yo na personnel para gawin to, etc., etc., so on and so forth. Okay. Kanina, na-mention ko yung unang part. Ito naman, the bad. All or none. When a business uses VPN to provide third-party vendor access to their networks, uh, those vendors either have full access to your network, for example, at the start of a job, or they don't, you know, when you revoke access after the job ends, unless company implemented strict network segmentation with firewalls, switches, which adds additional complexity. So, ang dami. So, ang dami niya talagang kailangan i-consider. Diba? So, yon. Then, the no third-party accountability. Of course, VPN typically provide a little, no granular audit records. So, you can monitor and record the actions of every third-party vendor is using the VPN. So, wala kang control. Totally. Usually, all that is logged in connection times, and even that does the data is yet another to log, monitor, and watch. So, it's too good to be true. Okay? Next is, it's impossible to prove who or what created an issue should a breach or mistake occur due to a vendor. All right. So yun. That's the bad thing regarding, bad review regarding the VPN. Okay. Going to uh, the next one, sabi ko nga, medyo sinegregate natin sa tatlo, and this one is the ugly. A false sense of security. If your third-party vendors and VPN users have access to your network, you may believe that your company data and network are safe. Am I right? Will you agree with me? You will believe on that, of course. Kasi, sabi mo nga safe naman Actually, meron naman kayong credentials. Okay? So, after all, the P in the VPN does stands for private. Doon natin pinanggagalingan yun. Doon tayo. Kaya nga private yan, hindi public yan. So, it's safe. However, history has proven otherwise. The reality is that malicious hackers have exploited weak VPN protocols and non-secure internet connection to cause data breaches at major companies such as, kung ano yung mga target nila. Okay? Next, VPN are a haven for hackers. Tama. Kung bakit? Sige, basahin natin. Hackers often use VPNs to gain access to networks if your business has many third-party vendors and each vendor has full access to your network. A hacker now has a multiple potential routes to break into and exploit your network using VPN traffic. So let's face the fact, one of the easiest ways a hacker to enter a network through a third-party connection, and a 59% of companies reported that they have experienced a data breach caused by one of their third parties or vendors. Bigyan ko kayo ng sample. If magda-download kayo ng torrent, anong nakikita nyo sa torrent? Sinasabi niya, your IP is exposed. Ang gagawin niya, magpapa-download ng mga kung ano-anong VPN. Ang tendency, dahil nga si VPN, kung ano yung IP assignment niya, kapag connected ka doon, yun ang i-assign niya sa iyo. So, example, kung ang pangalan ko ay Reggie, at pumasok ako sa ibang lugar, at doon sa ibang lugar na yon, ang tinawag nila sa akin ay Badong, then, I will not be labeled or I will not be named as Reggie. Ang makikilala nila ako as Badong. So, gano'n, nagkakaroon ng masking. So, I'm sorry to tell you this, guys, pero kalat sa internet ngayon na yung mga mobile, di ba may mga data plan sa mobiles? Let's say, nag-load ako ng 1,000 pesos. Ito yung ano niya, ito yung provision or allotted bandwidth niya for 1 month. O di kaya, nag-load ako ng 100 pesos for 7 days. Let's say, 7 days. So, may mga gumagamit ng VPN para mas ma-maximize nila, mas ma-utilize nila yung load nila, mas ma-maximize nila yung functionality nun, which is not fair pagdating sa mga provider, of course, kasi parang something like, ito yung binigay nila sa iyo nag-create sila ng t-shirt sizing na ito yung budget mo, ito yung plan mo, so ito yung gagamitin mo. Pero dahil gumamit ka ng VPN, na-override mo. So, I know there are people na mag-a-agree sa akin, especially yung mga nakakaalam. And yung iba, magugulat sila, sasabihin nila, may ganun ba? Meron pala nun? Pwede pala yun. So, magkakaroon kayo ng idea. Okay? Next. What we need to do. Okay. Kanina, in-expose ko yung VPN. Kasi ang question paano tayo magkakaroon ng makakapag-establish ng connection from one place to another para magawa natin yung trabaho natin. So, ang suggestion is to create a VPN or, to get a VPN para doon. And now, parang sinasabi ko na I am saying na VPN is not secure. Don't get me wrong. Actually, there are lots of write-ups na na-release recently when it comes to VPN vulnerability, which I will also discuss on my next vlogs para ma-highlight natin ano ba talaga yung sinasabi ko na vulnerability. Okay, first thing is focus tayo sa goal natin. Ang goal kasi is paano tayo magkakaroon ng secure application access para magawa natin yung trabaho natin given with the scenario of work from home environment. Okay, what we need to do? Number 1, para magkaroon ka ng secure application access, kailangan mag-eliminate natin yung network trust. We have to eliminate the network trust. Ito na yung zero trust na sinasabi ko. So, paano natin gagawin yon? We have to be more, ayokong gamitin yung term na paranoid, na lahat pinagdududahan natin, but this is it. this is reality. We have to assume that all traffic, regardless of location, lahat ng traffic is threat until it is verified. Kailangan ma-verify. Okay. Second things to do, kailangan zero trust extended workforces. Ano yun? Authenticate users and continuously monitor and govern their access and privilege. Ang nangyayari kasi before, actually sa iba, nagkakaroon muna ng access bago magkaroon ng authentication. Access first before authentication. You get my point? So what we need to do is we have to authenticate first before we provide access. So yan yung rule of thumb. Okay? So next, network segmentation access. We have to adopt a least privilege strategy and strictly enforce control. So kung familiar na kayo sa sinatawag nila na micro access segmentation or application access segmentation, so meron din tayong tinatawag na network segmentation access. Okay? So, yun nga, parang inihiwalay mo, nagkakaroon ka ng the word itself, segmentation. Nag-create ka ng least privilege strategy, tapos nag-enforce ka ng policy or controls. Okay. Next, what we need to do is we should have visibility and analytics. Sabi ko nga sa previous slides na pinakita ko sa inyo, dun sa VPN, wala siyang recording. The question of who and the question of what, hindi na niya masasagot. So with this one, this is what we really need. We need to have a full visibility and we need to have an analytics to continuously inspect and log all the traffic internally as well as externally to monitor malicious activity. So, makikita natin. Okay? So, these 4 items that we need to consider or we need to do para magkaroon tayo ng sinasabing peace of mind because we have a secure application access. Kaya lang, of course, I agree. Madali sabihin na, Reg, madali sabihin na eto yung best practices. Easier said kaysa gawin. Diba? So, kasi may challenges. Okay, ano yung mga challenges? Number 1, a zero trust strategy misses out on protecting your network. Okay? Enterprise critical resources are exposed. Network access is over-permissive. Unauthorized access before authentication. Ito yung sinasabi ko kanina na kailangan meron muna tayong authentication bago magkaroon ng authorized access. And then, limited flexibility for on-prem, hybrid cloud. Kanina, dinaanan ko ano ba yung on-prem. So, pag sinabing on-prem, these are the servers na nakalocate within your organization. Nasa server room nyo, basta nasa vicinity ninyo. So, hybrid cloud meaning merong nasa cloud, meron ding nasa on-premise nyo. So, it's a combination. And, of course, it only takes one user with access to expose your network to an attack. Dun sa previous vlogs ko regarding sa network automation, na-mention ko na usually, ang nagiging attack talaga is hindi lahat nanggagaling sa labas. There are times, or should I say most of the time, nanggagaling sa loob. Either alam nila or hindi nila alam. Aware sila or unaware sila, intentionally or unintentionally, hindi natin alam. So, but it happens. Okay? Next. I would like to introduce to you our Secure Application Access Plus. So, that means allow everything and trust nothing. So, we have here our standard SDP. SDP is for It's a product solution for, secure application access. Okay. From this, the standard SDP will build a dynamic security zone around your asset. So parang kung naglalaro kayo ng red alert or something like may mga stealth setting siya. So yun yung meron siya para maging invisible siya sa sa mga nasa paligid niya. So yan yung tinatawag na defense perimeter. Okay? And then standard STP have separate app access from your firewall. So, ito na yung tinatawag na segmentation na binabanggit ko kanina. And then, we have to standard STP have will control policies and access from one place. And then, allow prime user experience. Bakit? Bukod sa may policies ka na, and ma-access mo pa siya anywhere, uh, in a single pane of glass, kung tutusin, kumbaga meron kang parang GUI-based graphical user interface, you can easily access those backend application. Okay? So, that's the standard STP. Pero, yun nga, they never stop innovating. Okay? Sabi ko kanina, we have to make it simple. Ang solution para sa VUCA is SIPA. And under SIPA, we have to make it simple, straightforward, and then we have to make it innovative. So eto, from standard SDP, they put plus in the SDP. So ano yun? Again, yung SDP, standard secure application access niya, they have the reverse access, the RA, the reverse access technology. Okay, so from inside, going out. Inside-out protection. Nanggagaling sa loob, palabas. Okay? So, yon. Hindi siya galing sa labas, papasok sa loob. This one is a reverse access technology. Yung protection niya, nagsimula sa loob, palabas. Yung layer niya. Okay. Next is, this is a non-web protocols ready. If you are using RDP, remote desktop, SFTP, secure socket shell, SSH. So, yon, non-web protocols ready siya. Hindi dahil, sinabi ni Reggie, GUI-based siya. Of course, GUI-based siya, but, meron siyang mga ways. So, this is it, the non-web protocols ready. So, they also put plus, ano yung dalawa? So, meron siyang user behavior analysis, dynamic AI-based behavior anomaly detection, and the SMB. SMB, server message block, hindi San Miguel Beer, proxy access. So, encapsulated and exploit safe SMB. So, yun yung dalawa. Kanina sabi ko, it's a must na magkaroon siya ng, balikan natin yung slides natin. Magkaroon siya ng, okay, sorry sumobra. Ayun, sorry, nawala ako. As I mentioned, kailangan nadalag siya, may nakikita natin kung ano yung nangyayari dun sa mga nag-access. Yung sinasabi ko kanina, the question of who and what. So, this is it. Meron siyang user behavior analysis. So, nagdagdag siya. Okay? So, this is the difference between the standard SDP of safety and SDP Plus. Okay, let's talk about secure application access. So, secure application access means any app and data remote access, any location of data stored, any setup on-prem, on cloud, or hybrid. Of course, it is flexible, scalable, and efficient. Flexible clientless, and IoT versions with your VPN instead your VPN next to your VPN. Oh, by the way, i-advance ko na, safety secure application access can work with VPN, can complement with VPN. If you already have your existing VPN and you want to put additional safety measures and for you to take advantage of the reverse access technology, safety can work parallel with VPN. Okay? So that's it. So it's scalable. Any type and number of users grow with your growing data demands. Okay, paano sinabing scalable? So for now, let's say you have 50 users na nag-access sa organization nyo. So 50 sila. Ang means kasi rito ng licensing niya is per user. It's not per application. So just imagine, kung meron lang kayong 10 user, tapos you have 100 application, edi napakamahal na naman yun, di ba? So that is why safety is very affordable. Imagine, going back, you have 10 or 50 users, and then you have 100 applications. So lahat yun, uh, nakaka-connect on your backend, and then eventually, kailangan mong magdagdag, then that will be the time na mag-scale up ka. Meaning, hindi mo kailangan na, bibili agad ako ng 100, kukuha agad ako ng 100. Kahit naman ang gagamit lang naman talaga is 50. You get my point? Okay. So, efficient central policy control. So, this is, time and cost savings versus VPN, simple IT works. This is most likely yung ano niya, yung value proposition niya na talagang na-maximize yung oras ni IT, ni employee or ng isang individual. Kasi nga it saves a lot of time and at the same time very cost saving siya. Okay. So, secure application access, meron siyang deploying SDP sa join. So, or SM, nandito ganitong status. Access based on legacy. So, VPN. So, access before trust is established. Users are on the network. Potential lateral movement. VPN client-based solution. Design. So, muna siya ng access bago siya dapat muna bago ka magkaroon muna ng authentication, bago ka magkaroon ng access. And then, yun, it's a VPN client-based solution, so usually based on on-premise services. Which we have to admit that nowadays, 3 years ago, going back 3 years ago, nagsimula na mag-boom ang cloud technology dito sa Pilipinas. So, lahat sila inadapt na yung cloud technology. Where in fact, I am one of those certified cloud engineers of Google Cloud. And I also handle IBM Cloud way back then. And AWS. So, I might say na dito sa Pilipinas, napakadami ng cloud professionals. Okay? So, next is, after trust is established, users are off the network, no lateral movement, VPN client-based solution, designed for on-premise services. Ito yung pinapasok na SDP, the VPN Zone 0. Sasabihin nyo, ano pinagkaiba? Parehas lang naman siyang on-premise services. Later, i-discuss ko. Mag-expound ako dun sa sinasabi ko na reverse access technology para ma-explain ko maigi sa inyo kung ano yung difference niya doing this, having this zone zero compared dun sa meron kayong VPN. Okay, now we have here, all organizations wants to be here. Access after trust is established, users are off the network, no lateral movement, clientless solution, designed for cloud and on-premise services. Ito na yung hybrid. So, good thing, they want to replace legacy access technology with an SDP solution. So, mostly all organization, mostly there are a lot of organization nowadays na gusto nila nandito sila sa period na to. They can do hybrid setup. Okay? So, moving forward, I would like to share to you of our use case. Okay? We have here the use case number one, the National Water Company. Ang needs nila is they need to have a secure application access. The solution is secure access to GIS and SharePoint for employees, roll out new external access solution, authentication using Azure AD. So, medyo natatakpan ko. Lalayo ako dito. Ayan. Teka. Ayan. So, as what you can see, GIS and SharePoint refers to their backend application. So, safety consists of three uh, software appliance. We have the access controller and we have the two gateways. First is the authentication gateway and the access gateway. So, tendency, si employee will access first the authentication gateway. Then, once na na-authenticate siya, dadaan siya sa access gateway. Then, that will only be the time na magkakaroon siya ng access sa access controller niya. Kasi si access controller mismo, siya yung merong access sa backend application, which is yung GIS and SharePoint nga. Wherein, again, yung dalawang gateways niya is nasa demilitarized zone. So, meaning, after firewall, wala siya sa loob ng firewall. Okay? So, while doing that, yung dalawang application niya, backend application niya, nasa on-premise niya. Pero, as what you can see, yung Active Directory niya is hosted by Azure, Microsoft Cloud Azure. So, that's the setup. Very straightforward. So, anong pinagkaiba for you to understand? Kanina binabanggit ko yung micro-segmentation. Okay? Good thing with this one, let's say ako si Reggie, I am the IT administrator, pero ang allowed lang sa akin na magkaroon ng access is si SharePoint. So, once na na-authenticate ako, so basically, makikita ko, magkakaroon ako ng access kay SharePoint. Kasi nga, authenticated ako as SharePoint user. Pero, ang question, may access ba ako kay GIS? To answer that, kung walang inassign sa akin na rights or access for this GIS, then basically, ang makikita ko lang is si SharePoint. Ang ma-access ko lang is si SharePoint. So, wala akong visibility, wala akong access kay GSIS. And that is how network micro segmentation works. Network segmentation access works. Okay? So, yun. Let's say ikaw na nanonood, yes, oo, ikaw. Let's say ikaw yung super admin. Ako, hindi ko nakikita sa GSIS, pero ikaw, si super admin ka. Na-authenticate mo yan. Authenticated ka as a, user. So, dahil super admin ka nga, then basically, yung mga application na naka-assign sa'yo, meron kang access. Pero don't be so sure. Kasi still, kung ano yung mga i-define mo na access sa application mo, kahit ikaw yung super admin, kung hindi mo naman define yung users mo na may access ka doon sa application na yun, ganun pa rin na mangyayari. Still, you will not be having access for that certain application. But of course, hindi mangyayari yun kasi ikaw nga yung super admin. What I'm saying is, it's, more on creating a least privilege access. Okay? So, let's talk about our next use case. So, kanina, na-mention ko, safety is a virtual appliance. So, kung makikita nyo rito, we have here consider that account A and account B is two different infrastructure. Two separate infrastructure. Okay? So, for that one, meron siyang account A, they are using RDP and SSH, both with account B, they are using also RDP and SSH. But, hindi sila nagkikita. They don't see each other. Pero, the usual kumukuha sila ng access using the uh, Microsoft Azure Active Directory. So, nandun yung authentication nila. Pero yung sa Active Directory, nandun sa authentication nila sa Microsoft Azure. Pero yung remote worker, again medyo confusing na. Kung mapapansin nyo, nasa AWS, Amazon Web Service, yung tatlong gateway hosted niya. Nandun yung authentication gateway, nandun yung access gateway, and nandun din yung access controller. See? Pero, ang common nila, si user, papasok muna sa authentication gateway. Once na na-authenticate siya, then pasok siya sa access gateway, and by that time, sa access controller, authenticated siya, that will only be the time kung si remote worker ay saan ba siya na bibilang sa account A or sa account B, and then that will be the time na magkakaroon lang siya ng handshake or magko-communicate sa Azure Active Directory. Again, it depends on the policy that admin will create. Okay? So, kung mapapansin nyo, the needs, secure application access to SSH and RDP services, and then multiple separate networks, each hosting their own servers. All servers run in AWS or Amazon Web Service, and Win versus Zscaler ZPA. Okay? So, yan. Ganyan yung ano niya. So, again, bibigay lang ako na analogy para may kapitbahay tayo. Kapitbahay natin, parehas senior citizen. Okay? Alam ko, familiar sa inyo lahat. Parehas senior citizen. Ngayon, si senior citizen pumunta siya sa barangay and then authenticated siya kasi meron siyang pension na makukuha. Pagpalagay natin, meron siyang 1 million pension or galing sa government. Okay? So, si kapitbahay B, punta rin siya sa barangay and then authenticated din siya. So, kaya lang, yung pension na makukuha niya worth 500,000. Paano nangyayari yun? Of course, nagkakaroon siya ng policy check, credential check, using the Azure Active Directory or ito kung pagpalagay natin ito si kagalang-galang na ating yun, whatsoever. Baka may mali ako masabi. Kakanood ko ng Okay, so that's exactly my point. So, it doesn't mean na authenticated kayo, parehas ang makukuha yung privilege and access. Of course, it depends. Okay? So, we have here the use case number 3. And then, the use case number 3. This is also, kung yung una, cloud, di ba? Ito, this is a public cloud na, medyo hybrid siya. Kasi makikita nyo, yung access controller niya ay nasa on-prem. And then, yung access gateway niya is nasa demilitarized zone. And then, yung authentication gateway niya is on safety public cloud. So, ano bang requirements? Ano ba yung need? Allow secure access to allow secure access to high value application. So, meaning, siya, complicated, sabi nga, kumbaga, talagang very, very important tong access na siya. High value application. So, secure remote access, VPN alternative. So, ang hinahanap niya is VPN alternative for this one. So, they do not want to use VPN anymore. Instead, kailangan nila ng alternative for VPN. So, the solution, yung phase 1 niya, una, papalitan, of course, replace VPN for employees. Then, second, publish internal application, SSH and RDP. Phase 2, allow access of internal GUI, REST API, and then publish the access to partners using additional authentication application. So, paano nangyayari yon? Kung makikita nyo sa aking diagram, I have here the access controller inside my organization or after the firewall. So, nasa loob siya, on-premise siya. So, ito yung mga partners users database. You have your SSH, RDP, REST API, and Azure Active Directory. So everything is there. And then, yung access gateway niya is nasa demilitarized zone. Parang yung unang use case natin, yung first use case natin. Kaya lang, sa first use case natin, yung authentication gateway niya, nasa demilitarized zone. This one, yung authentication gateway niya, nasa public cloud. So, that's it. To add on that, regarding the sa firewall, I'm sure you will ask, kasi sinasabi ko kanina, safety can be used either for to replace VPN or to use with VPN. Kasi nga, nagko-complement naman siya para mag-add ng additional layer of security. Ngayon, I understand you will ask me, how about the firewall? If you were saying, paano yan? Paano yung broadcasting yan? So basically, what good thing with this one is you can leave your firewall off or on the night state. So, based on my experience as an IT guy way back then, kapag kailangan ko mag-broadcast ng port, nagpo-port forwarding ako, which is not advisable. Kasi nga, prone siya sa attack. So, with this one, ang gagawin natin ni firewall, hahayaan natin naka-off, naka-deny. Kasi, ang magbibigay mismo ng access sa mismong application is safety na mismo. So, that's how safety will protect your back-end application and your infrastructure. Okay? So, just to give you an idea kung ano itsura ni safety. So, once you entered on your web browser, first, you have to be authenticated, get authenticated first. So, you have to enter your username and your password. Then, once na na-continue ka, so magkakaroon siya ng access. So, that's it. Ito itsura niya. And then, what we have here now is we have the workflow policies, workflow connectors, trusted services, authentication workflow URL, access time policy, URL rewrite, services, certificate management, so on and so forth. So, ayan. For the workflow policies, you will see AD, username and password, AD username validation, token validation, Duo connector, and so on. Marami siya. Okay? So, yan yung mga workflow policies niya. You can create your own policies. Okay? Next is, for the workflow connectors, if you have, kung i-broadcast mo is, you will be using HTTP REST API. So, ano lang siya, drop-down menu, kukunin mo lang siya. You have to enter the server IP, the server port. So, you do not have to make your own script or mag-build ka ng sarili mong application to do this, create your own batch file. Hindi na kailangan yun because everything is here. So, trusted services, this is it. If you have your GitHub, you have your remote desktop, file sharing, so on, etc. So, ilalagay mo lang siya sa trusted services. Parang whitelist. Okay. So, sino nga ba si safety? Kanina ko pa binabanggit yung solution. Si safety is a publicly traded cybersecurity company with patented technology founded in 2013. So, most likely, 7 years in the industry, in the market industry, and then they already have 80 plus enterprise customers globally. Usually, they have on finance, healthcare, government, and manufacturing. So, research coverage, leading industry analysts, Gartner, Forrester, IDC. And then for the global technology and channel partner network, and then also have a OEM partnership in USA. Okay? So, yan yung mga achievements niya. Okay, kanina na-mention ko regarding dun sa virtual appliance, safety solution, secure application access. So, we do not have to worry because if you are using a hypervisor, ESXi or Hyper-V or etc. So, it comes with a Linux system. So, iano mo lang siya, VM image siya, VM, then yun na, i-ano mo lang, install mo lang mismo sa inyong virtualization environment. So, ang requirement lang niya, 1 VMs each. Kanina ko pa sinasabi, may tatlong component. Meron siyang dalawang gateway. Meron siyang access controller. So, for the VMs, tig-isa, and then, yun nga, Linux Ubuntu siya. And then, yung virtual CPU niya, maliit lang. So, all you need to have is 12 virtual CPU. And for the RAM, yan, 16. Okay. In terms of RAM, kung titignan, isipin nyo, bakit ang laki? Well, no. Kasi we are talking about virtual CPU here, not physical CPU. So, alam naman natin, in one core, we have 2 vCPU. Okay? Siguro, I'll discuss that on my next vlog regarding dun sa, sa virtualization. But, again, just to give you an idea, if you have 4 cores, meron kang processor, meron kang 4 cores, so isang core nun, ang equivalent nun, meron siyang dalawang virtual CPU. Okay? So that's it. So of course, you need to have an NIC, network interface card. Na-mention ko rin yan kahapon. So ang tawag nila dyan is LAN card, or ang tawag nila dyan LAN, dun sa iba. Pero we call it network interface card. Okay? And then for the hard disk drive, ang kailangan lang niya ay 40 GB. That's it. Ganun ka baba yung requirements niya para ma-maintain niya. So I think that's all for now. I would like to thank you guys for listening and for tuning in. Again, kung hindi ka pa nakakapag-subscribe sa aking YouTube channel, please click like, follow, subscribe, and the notification bell para maging updated ka. Ganon din sa aking Facebook page. Please don't forget to click like and follow. And please, you can share this vlogs para maging updated din yung iba pagdating sa secure application access na sinasabi ko. That's all for now. This is me once again, Reggie Kanaway Nabato, signing off. Have a nice day. Bye.